So, uh, since I mentioned who my favorite villain is in Scarecrow, I'm curious who yours is. Uh, Because there are so many good Batman villains, I'm kind of curious.
You're needed there.
We're ready to go now, sir.
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
It's Spanish for witch. Oracle, go through the city's computers. Pull up all you can find on.
Anarchy was in the animated show. Yeah.
I built it years
I don't know.
ago.
He was probably in
Plan
a
ahead for
comic
situations like
way,
this.
way back before the comics really.
It's me, remember?
So do you think Dr. Young's been experimenting with venom? The same chemical that turns Bane into that
Or in
animal?
a side comic
Yes,
or something.
I'm worried. Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the venom.
Like one that wasn't focused on one of the
I'm
main
heading to
villains.
Dead Man's Point in Arkham North. I'll contact you once I'm in the Batcave.
It's a shame though, because he's an interesting idea. They could have done a lot more with him than they did. And I hope Rocksteady uses Anarchy later, even though it would be reusing him. Yeah, they really used Scarecrow so good in Asylum. It made me sad that he didn't really get even a good cameo in Ow. Like he didn't even get a good cameo in City. Dude. I wouldn't doubt he did, but that would mean he's his own material, and I'd wonder what he's doing in a Batman game. It'd be like seeing Spider-Man, well not Spider-Man because it's DC, like Superman or Wonder Woman or the Flash show up and you're just like, why are they in this? They aren't even from this universe. Yeah, but his mask showed up on the bridge. And since Croc is still in the sewers and he's like stuck in the sewers, you'd think he managed to find his way up there and he's just blending in as a normal thug. You know? He's just trying to get back into it without people realizing he's there.
You okay, buddy?
That's true, but I mean, he's still not from that universe, you know? Like, it'd be like doing an origin story of Superman and then out of nowhere you see little Bruce Wayne or something like that. Bruce Wayne was never in Metropolis. They do reference Metropolis a lot. In their stories. Yeah. I just think Croc beat the shit out of him. And that's all he did. Honestly. And the mask, while you could use it as a way to say he died and now his mask is there, at the same time you could use my theory and say he's actually just in the city and he doesn't want anybody to know he's there. And Croc was merely a means of transportation to get him out of the asylum. And he just sort of ended up in the wrong part of the city. But because I love the Scarecrow so much, I hate to think that yeah, but Catwoman was actually in the Batman universe before she had anything of her own, if she had anything of her own. So she makes a little more sense.
What's the deal with Dead Man's Point? It's been a favorite suicide location.
I'm not saying it was a bad idea, because I love the Anarchy concept, and I had thought he was an original character. I hadn't really found anything on him, so I assumed.
It's a regular home away from home.
It's the bat!
What I want to see in Night, since you brought that up, is I want like a side story for Robin. Or if they're gonna get really into the universe they're using, they could add in Nightwing and Red Robin, and Robin could end up becoming Damian. And I'd like that. Like, if they added a cameo of a random character, I'd like that. But I think it should have been someone we all know if they were gonna do that. But I mean, it wasn't Rocksteady, which is why they thought, well, we'll just do this, I guess. It's all fine either way. I love the idea of it regardless, so. Did he? I don't know. Even if he killed, Dick Grayson, I mean, somebody else would end up becoming Nightwing, eventually. Because Nightwing is just Nightwing. Anybody could put on the mask. Yeah, I mean, Origins was good. And it's because Rocksteady gave the material and had developers help. I personally like it better than Asylum, even though I love all three games. It was obvious what they were going for. I'm sure it was an accidental kill because they're heroes and they don't typically try to kill people. Where am I going? God. Oh! Did I just miss something, or did the door not open? And I just couldn't walk through the door. Whatever. Yeah, Nintendo does the same stuff though. They like but I mean, a lot of people are really critical of this game as being a glitched, nasty piece of shit, which I don't agree with at all. Of course, with Origins being, we're talking about Origins since I'm playing Asylum. So I can see them being unable to deal with the criticism, which would be wrong on their part. They should be professional. Because there was another game that did that because their game was a piece of shit. Yeah. Which is sad. I mean, fair use and all that should protect, and the reviewing laws, all that should protect Let's Players and reviewers and people who are making content essentially to promote their game so more people buy it. I mean, you just look at sales and it's obvious that YouTube, Twitch, any streaming and video site that is big enough for a lot of people to go on it, games that are getting promoted, even old games, end up seeing a lot more sales because people are seeing these games and deciding they want these games. I mean, look at AVGN. He's managed to get people to buy shitty games, or what he thinks are shitty games,
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was
because
lots of external
so many people watch his videos just so that they can experience those games.
sense of it. What does it mean?
And it's funny because they're old
Looks like she
games.
was experimenting on the
And
this new chemical only barely resembles
that's exactly the point, though. The promotion is so good.
Changes that appear to amplify the strength of the drug. Multiple references to a Titan formula. Even a small amount could trigger a venom-like transformation in the host.
Yeah, but from what I heard, Bayonetta 2 wasn't going to exist without Nintendo, so you kind of have to take with the good with the bad.
The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding.
Nintendo's biggest problem.
Create an army of 1,000 Banes.
A lot of old games are expensive, some of them are not. Most of the ones the nerd reviews aren't.
You've got to stop it.
Like if you look up the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde one, he is adamant against people playing, which obviously means it's probably the most played game out of all of his reviews. Apart from a lot of the good ones he's reviewed, like Castlevania and stuff.
Going up top via catacombs.
That game you can get for like pennies in thrift stores and in used places and stuff. So, but I mean, the facts are there. Nintendo could make a lot of money if they just let YouTubers do what they do. And promote their stuff. I still haven't touched that game, and I'm probably never going to touch it because I've seen it, and it doesn't look that fun. But yeah. Yeah. If you watch the Mike and James play video of them doing it at a convention with a bunch of YouTubers, it's pretty funny.
This ain't even the main door.
Because they get a bunch of people to play that game.
Get him on the ground and stop on his face!
God, the camera angle.
What hit me?
Keep hitting him!
Yeah, Origins was like that too because of all the bugs, but I mean, if it depends on what you mean by tested. Like old games, they look like the concept wasn't even tested or thought about, some of the bad ones. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You'd wonder what the hell they were thinking, releasing a game without a single attack where there's so many things that can hit you. Even Mario games, you have the jump and the fireball and the tail. There are plenty of ways to stop yourself from dying in platformers usually.
Do you understand me?
And that bomb, oh my god, it looks so ridiculous. Nowadays, testing sort of refers to like glitches, like Origins, which is funny because the only glitch I ran into the first time I played Origins was the common one with the one tower.
I will find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
Some frustration is good though. I mean, like Dark Souls, if you look at that, it's not usually. It depends on the personality. Like for me, I will Alt F4 Dark Souls and wait forever to play it again. But once I go back and beat a boss that I was stuck on for like a month, it feels so good. Sometimes like that, yeah. other games like
One of
like
Joker's
Dr.
newest
Jekyll and
aliases.
Mr. Hyde,
So,
I
Joker
can
pays
totally
Dr.
see
Young to
that
create
where
his
it's like,
army, and then all of a sudden he stops. Doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I remember that. And then we got it later in we got the game later as the Lost Levels. Uh, which honestly isn't that bad. I still haven't beaten that game. Funny story since you brought that up. The American Mario 2, which is Doki Doki Panic, I think is the name of the Japanese game that they turned it in, that they turned Mario 2 into. The American Mario 2. That was the first game I ever beat as a kid.
This is weird. The payments to Dr. Young's account didn't stop exactly.
Because it was not that hard to get to World 7, and then
Sounds like she had a change of heart. She
I
tried
would
to
sit
block
there
payments.
playing World
Joker
7
didn't like it when his partners tried to back out.
So he decided
as
to get himself back to Arkham, find
much
the formula,
as I
and
could
create the army himself.
to
Exactly.
eventually beat that game. And when I finally got to Wart, oh my god. Then there was Mario 1 and Mario 3 I beat.
Your email accounts.
But I haven't beat Lost Levels, which is the actual Mario 2.
Sounds like she was trying to get away.
One day.
And the second.
What's over here?
From Joker. Well, Jack White. It's a long thread. She's begging to stop the experiment. Says it's too dangerous. He's not listening.
But yeah, Nintendo makes some really weird decisions. I mean,
A picture of a dead baby and a threat.
Go on.
He says, I'm coming for you.
yeah, but back in the day, the whole
The joke about wheelchairs. Lovely.
you were asleep was just,
No mystery why she's so
like,
scared.
at least in gaming, it was starting to, it wasn't really old. It was old outside of gaming, I guess, but, you know, it's still cringeworthy, but, eh.
You are earning my respect, Dark Knight Detective.
It wasn't even a Mario game, so you can't expect much from that ending. So, sadly. I don't remember where that... oh, yes, I do. I remember seeing the sleeping part and being sad. 'Cause it's like, it's a dream, aw. Oh, am I missing the... Oh! Yeah. Why isn't it working? Am I sitting in the wrong spot? Yeah. There we go. Oh, there's a trophy right there. I almost walked away from that. Oh my god. One second. My laptop's Adobe just crashed, and that's what I'm reading chat from. So if you say something, I can't see it. uh... But she's like twice the size of both of them. She'd have to have like the perfect genetics from them. Not to mention all the cosmic like powers and stuff. I can't see it. I can't see it. It would also verify that Peach and Mario are doing things that aren't family friendly, which I don't know if Nintendo would do ever nowadays. It's cool. Hey, interview tape.
Patient session 2. Patient name Waylon Jones, aka.
I haven't because I've only played halfway through Galaxy and Galaxy 2 because I don't own them. I got to play somebody else's copies of them. So I didn't really get to experience the story as well as I should have. I really want to play through those games whenever I can get the chance to sit down and completely play through them. At this point in time, I haven't been able to, though. Just knowing that is cool. Like, I'll know the rest of it eventually, but yeah. It's kind of like other stuff I learned earlier when I was finishing up Borderlands 2 and learning 2 of the playable characters are actually from the same area. Stuff like that. Like, random stuff that like puts pieces together is so interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting and awesome. I'll have to look into that later. I need to get a hold of Galaxy and Galaxy 2 so that I can play those games. Sniper.
Still, you might want to check your health insurance. Who am I kidding? You don't have any.
Looks like the
the Zelda timeline. I spent so much time looking into that, and I've only beaten 5 of the games. I've started a lot of them, but I haven't finished them all.
It's the bat! Don't let him hit you!
I think I've heard of that channel. But did they do a video on the Final Fantasy theory? The Final Fantasy VIII theory? I didn't know that, but I could totally see it happening in at least one of the God knows how many games there are now. I'm curious to know which game. That piques my interest. To know if I've played it, and if I just haven't been paying attention. I think the theory is called Squall is dead. I think that's what the theory is. Which, personally, I'm not a fan of the theory because it's my favorite game. And I never found the story to be that convoluted, which everybody else seems to think. Oh! That's... I'm dying because I'm like staring at my laptop. Oh god. That's cool. I haven't actually played a tennis game yet. So... God, stop! I'm gonna die because I'm good. So good. But yeah, I think in terms of the offshoot games, I played
I seem to be losing men like there's a
the
plague
Mario
in
Kart
town.
games,
I guess the
Smash Brothers,
I've
and
got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. They're both loose
the first Mario Golf game. Oh fuck me! No, I'm dead.
Oh, isn't that cute? Little bats are sleeping.
First actual death. Oh no, it's not. I died. No, second death. I forgot about the Bane death.
I seem to be losing men like there's a plague in town. I guess the bat is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. They're both loose cannons with itchy trigger fingers and, well, you know.
Don't aim over here. Don't aim over here. You know, I've heard a lot of hate for Brawl. I've only played Brawl... I've played a decent amount of Brawl, but I don't own Brawl. A friend owns Brawl, and I helped him unlock a good portion of the characters. I liked Brawl. I can understand why people didn't like the smashes, but I kind of enjoyed them. But I'm not good at those games. Oh yeah? I have a Wii, but I only own Mario Kart and the 2 Zelda games. And I haven't finished them yet, because I got my Wii after getting into PC gaming.
Project Titan is operational.
And I got it while I was still playing WoW, which,
Good afternoon.
ugh.
Today I thought I'd skip back.
Kind of glad I've stopped playing for the time being.
I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the
Even though it wasn't